Hey traders, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll walk you through a full market analysis and entry strategy using smart money concepts. We are going to look at change of structure, break of structure, the use of fair value gap, and finally how I use a 5-minute bullish engulfing candle to confirm entries. This is the exact approach I use to identify high probability trades and avoid retail traps. Alright, let's dive in. So with the market structure, like I've been saying, we need to understand market structure. The market structure doesn't move randomly. It moves in patterns. There are two important structure breaks we focus on, which is the change of structure. This is the first clue that the trend is shifting. So in a downtrend, it's when the market breaks a previous high. In a downtrend, it's when it breaks a previous high, or in an uptrend, when it breaks a previous low. It tells us, hey, something is changing here. So for the break of structure, this confirms the new trend. After the change of character, the break of structure usually comes next to confirm continuations in the new direction. These two help us identify reversals and trend continuations. Now, I'll move on to the fair value gaps. So once we've identified the structure shifts, for example, at this point it was making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Then when it got to this point, instead of making another pullback and then continuing to the upside, it rather came to break this previous low here. So this is clearly a break of structure. So once we've identified the break of structure, we look for a fair value gap. Now, a fair value gap is simply the gap left after a displacement of a breakout. So at this point, this long area here, this area, this is what we call the fair value gap. So what we do is that we normally mark the space in between these three candles. So this candle right here, and then this candle right here. So the space in between them, that is what we are going to be marking out. So we take this and then place it just around this area. And then after putting this over here, we then wait for price to move back into that zone. So when price moves into that zone, that's when we'll be looking for trades towards the next liquidity levels. So the fair value gap is just an imbalance in price, a gap between candles that wasn't filled immediately. Smart money often returns to these zones to fill orders, so they become entry points for us. You usually see these right after a strong candle break a structure. Like I said, a big imbalance is left behind. That's your fair value gap. So now, after the fair value gap has been created, we now scale down to the 5-minute charts. Move down to the 5-minute charts. Hold on. Yes. So right here, we move down to the 5 minutes. So after this went back into the fair value gap, right here, we look for a 5 minutes engulfing candle, a candle that engulfs a previous candle. So right here like this, you can see over here that this candle, this red candle, engulfed this green candle. So that will be where we'll be taking our entries, and then right after that, we're going to put our stop loss right above the fair value gap. But always we know that we have to create space for the market, so we don't put it just at the top. You just give it some space, some breathing space at the top here, and then you target the next liquidity zone, which is right around this level. Yes, right around this level. And you see what happened. Price moved all the way straight into that level, and then this where you have taken your take profit, and this where you have come out of the trade. So looking at this, that is how you are going to know how to go into trades and how to look for trades. This has what I've been using. This is what I've been using for the past 3 to 4 years now, and it's been very profitable, even though sometimes there are bad days, but most of the time I'm profitable with this strategy. Yes, like I said, all you just need to know is how to use market structure and to know your liquidity zones, and then you will know how to enter trades and when to exit the trades. So if this video was helpful, I hope you will like and subscribe, and my Telegram group is going to be in the description. You can join to learn more and also receive signals in my community. So I hope you guys will become profitable traders in the long run. Thank you.